In the past, I've cut all my locks off over this.
Like, what is it? It's like a mixture of like scalp and sebum. Yo, real thing on a greasy link, fam. Wagwan, it's that guy. Yes, I made a video earlier today about trimming my lock. Made a mistake there. I trimmed a lock I probably really shouldn't have, but still got really long, lengthy dreadlocks nonetheless. Coming up on 8 years this new year. And let me tell you something, it is hot having locks in the summer. Humidity. Oh, the worst, having long locks in the summertime humidity. It's been a really hot summer past month. And I'll be honest, it really makes me feel like I want to cut my hair off completely. But I would never do that in a drastic manner. I'm gonna take my time over the years, trimming some that I decide which that are fit to be trimmed, like these, and maybe one day go to an undercut. But once the humidity passes, I feel like these thoughts will pass also. So this is really where the patience starts to play in. But I did make a cut today. I realized it's nothing to be ashamed of, because I did decide to Congo that lock up specifically to trim it this short or long when the time became to be. When the time came to be. Lengthy locks is where it's at right now. I've been traveling a bit. You can check out my vlog channel for that. And lately I've actually been just kind of resting because I kind of had a little spill on my knee. So I've been trying to heal that up. Just really finding myself again lately. Really finding things. It's easy to get lost in the sauce. We're getting out of that. But I guess I'll give you a little update on how my locks look on the iPhone. Let's look at the trimmed ones. This is the newest lock that was trimmed. Kind of see some lint in there still. Which is kind of a crazy sign, because I think all my locks are gonna kind of look like this on the inside. Maybe worse in some areas. Because look, there is like a buildup where this lock was split. I think I tried to use some castor oil on that before. But you see that? There is, hold on, let me get this mic clipped. All that in there, you see that? Like, what is it? It's like a mixture of like scalp and sebum. I feel like I had this on my old set of locks and I cut it thinking that it was mold. But it's definitely a buildup there. I don't know why it's worse here than it is up here. But this is also the spot that the new Congo started when I decided to let them join together. So maybe my scalp at this point in time was really flaky, and that's what kind of built up there. But this is the type of shit that I think people squeeze out after they've deep conditioned and detoxed their lock. So I gotta figure out what I want to do with this lock still, but I definitely need to power wash this thing somehow. You think a power washer would work? Come on, community, we need some suggestions on how to detoxify this lock here. It's actually pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yeah, wow. What a weirdly shaped lock, eh? The weird part is there's no smell. There's no green. Stay tuned and we'll figure out what this crap is. And this is the lock after the fact. After I've washed it. This is how that same lock is looking on the inside. So, I mean, I only did one coat with the tea gel, but you can actually still see that, oh, it's still in there. It actually didn't really, it did something, but it didn't take it all out as I'm seeing now. So, I mean, I don't really know what to do about stuff like this. What sort of detox really does get that out? I thought the tea gel was doing the trick, but it did. Like, you know, it cleared it up maybe by like 50%. Maybe I just need to do another rinse of it, but I don't know. I feel like that's just what the inside of my lock is gonna be like. And another thing I'm realizing is that on myself, this is almost impossible to prevent from happening in my locks. Mainly because my whole life I've had trouble with psoriasis and dandruff, and I can't remember a week in my life I've never gone without having dry scalp issues in my entire life. So it makes sense that my dry scalp is ending up in my dreads, because that's what the buildup is. I feel like it's just dry scalp buildup. That's why it's kind of like a oily, kind of residue-y kind of substance. Doesn't smell or anything. It's just literally like scalp buildup, and I can't do anything to beat that because, like I said, I've had that issue my whole life. So what do? I mean, deep down, I feel like it is kind of gross. I've accepted that it's there. I just don't see myself holding on to these locks for like decades down the road, kind of like because of it. But I feel like, you know, after, like I've always mentioned, like after a couple of years, I'm probably hit that 10-year mark in 2 more years with this, and then I'll see what I want to do with them. This was the exact thing that I found in my locks back in 2015 when I cut off the interlocks. I thought it was mold, but it wasn't. It's just like pretty bad buildup. It's still just like bad buildup. But, you know, accept me for who I am. Anyways, not much more I can do about it. I tried like brushing some out a little bit with a brush. You know, it kind of took some out too, but it's always gonna be there. I just feel like I'm not gonna let people ever search or touch my dreads ever again, so that like diminishes the chance of them seeing it. But I'll show you guys on YouTube. I'm not afraid to show you guys on YouTube. I just don't feel like people in front of me going from one to another. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.
The nation.